I've always been a big fan of books. Do you want to see my Twilight review?
Sure. Yeah.
So today I'm going to the Festival of Books to check out the latest in the literary world. But I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to wait for the movie.
We're both in a doctoral program at UC Irvine for comparative literature.
So you compare Twilight to 50 Shades of Grey.
I wish. That sounds like a good project.
Your favorite book is probably Us Weekly.
No.
Slam poetry, you're not dissing each other, right?
No, we're not. I mean, this guy, I'm jealous of his beard, so I might,
I don't know, it's kind of puby, but...
It's kind of puby. Oh man, look like you just shaved your pubes, man.
Michelangelo, April O'Neil, Shredder, Mondo Gecko.
Yeah.
What are your favorite books?
Harry Potter.
God Is Not Great by Christopher Hitchens.
Tina Fey's book, Bossy Pants.
It's called Bluets by Maggie Nelson. It's a sort of a memoir / poetry project about the color blue.
Does she mention my eyes?
She doesn't, but she does mention blue eyes.
What's your favorite fantasy series?
My sex life.
Okay. It's great.
It's not that great.
Among the voices that of people we've published that I thought were wonderful, one of them was an old black lady named Alice Royal. It was a voice that you don't hear in the academic world. It was a voice you don't hear anywhere else.
What about my voice as a white man?
Your voice as a white man is not half bad. You're contentious. You're alive. You're
Underrepresented in literature.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
The plight of the 30-year-old white man? We need more books about that.
We need fewer 30-year-old white men, and you're goddamn working on it.
When I read Huckleberry Finn, is it okay if I say the N-word?
If you're reading out loud, I guess. Really, I don't give a shit about. Can I swear on your?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I don't give a shit about stuff like that.
What if I'm saying it in a bullhorn and driving around
So it's really about the intent.
Where did you grow up?
small town Minnesota?
So no wonder you're so into white people.
What are your favorite comic books?
I like the X-Men series. That's probably my favorite. Than Spider-Man.
What about Archie?
Archie.
Archie's way better than Spider-Man.
I don't know about that.
Archie makes the X-Men his bitch.
Come on. Okay, now this is interview, so.
What do you think was better, Monster Blood 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I don't think I read all of those.
What we do is we increase teen literacy across Southern California. We teach them classical poetry, like Langston Hughes, even Shakespeare.
I like T.S. Eliot.
T.S. Eliot?
We just did something on them, Proof Rock.
Let us go then, you and I, while the evening is spread out against the sky, like a patient etherized upon a table.
You know that? Hey, he knows it.
We did that.
You probably read a lot of self-help books.
Absolutely not. Self-help books are really just kind of telling you what you want to hear.
I write self-hurt books.
Oh, see, that's a little bit more helpful, I think.
Aren't books on their way out? It's all about ebooks now.
We're all on our way out. Some of us faster than others.
I always like the physical medium in my hand so I can actually touch it, feel it, get that pagey feel.
Don't get too perverted with this now.
I like to get my hands dirty, so you
I like to touch it and feel it and rub it and kiss it late at night.
I've got my iPad and I actually read most of my books and my work for class on my iPad just because it's a lot easier, but
Can I see the iPad?
You can. We just went...
I'm working on a fantasy series. It takes place in a magical world where people still read books.
I like to read that someday.
What did you read when you were a kid?
Junie B. Jones.
I literally have 15 Nancy Drew books.
Nancy Drew and the Mystery of the Red Stains on Her White Pants.
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh, no.
Oh God.
I write fan fiction sometimes.
Oh, do you really?
I've read a few.
So you guys are publishers. Would you ever consider publishing My Little Pony fan fiction?
Hell no.
Could I read you some?
Go ahead.
This is called Cupcakes. The air was warm, the sun was shining, and everybody in Ponyville was having a glorious day.
I live life free as my paper catches feelings like some fish in a net. I have the mind of a champion and the heart of a vet.
I was only 12 when I seen my best friend Mary Death. He was right next to me, so an angel must have been next to me because I should have died that day. I was only 24 inches away.
I feel like I could do slam poetry.
Really? I think maybe you should do something.
Give me a suggestion for something to talk about.
Okay, talk about the stuff you do.
What do you mean?
interview.
Like, what does this microphone mean to you?
Let me talk about the meaning of the microphone. Me doing interviews, meeting girls I would like to bone. I went to this place, I told them to recite a poem. They got impressed when I quoted T.S. Eliot. I guess on the mic I might be rebellious. The hammer came down and the nail punctured Dash's skin. The white hot burning was too much. She tried to hit the mark again but missed and carved a huge slice into Dash's back. What do you think so far?
I think you need a good illustrator.
Have you ever thought about writing your own book?
It'd be a nonfiction book because I'm actually a scientist. So it would be about my particular research dealing with empathy, psychopathy, autism. It's actually pretty interesting stuff. You'd be surprised. Maybe if I couch it differently, if I actually show. All right.
If you wrote a book, what would it be about?
It would be about my life, my Playboy life, where I go around
Reading Playboy?
reading Playboy.
So what I do is I go to different conventions and festivals, meet a bunch of women. I'd love for them to chomp on my testicles. It's good for your health, kind of like fresh vegetables. But I learned from 40-year-old virgin, never put the pussy on a pedestal. Dash screamed as she pulled and thrashed at the braces, causing her raw skin to rub and tear. Wisps of steam rose from the singed fur around Dash's hooves, and the area reeked of cooked flesh and burnt enamel.
I think that we have better things to do.
So I'm wondering, this guy with the camera, how long has he put up with this shit?
We go to a lot of places. We go to Comic-Con. We went to HempCon, asked people if they got a bong. We went to BlizzCon, cracking jokes in interviews, thinking like it's a sitcom. But there ain't no laugh track, so I guess I better grab that mic and then I swing it back to myself. I do this because it's good for my health. I'm not good at anything else. Who's your favorite My Little Pony character? Are you more into Pinkie Pie or Rainbow Dash?
I'm into fuckface.
So I take the camera, we do interviews till I lose my stamina, go home and edit it, then I put it up on the internet, and I go and I get a big check, and I feel less insignificant, and less impotent, and less insolent. Let's get into it. Woo! Bino White.
We got Slim Shady right here, man. B-Rabbit. B-Rabbit.
I have a lot of lonely nights.
I learned a lot from SpongeBob.
Are we interviewing me or are we interviewing you? Why don't you get a job?
Yeah, I show my mom, and my mom does what I say. Yeah, Mom?
Books.
Subscribe to Badge of Shame! Woo! Please, subscribe to the Badge of Shame. This guy's cool as heck. It's Joe, people. Come on.
Let's do Marry, Fuck, Kill with Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello.
Okay, definitely Leonardo. I would fuck him.
What you got to do is tell me what's actually motivating you, which is a tremendous amount of passion and love. And
Mostly cocaine.
Subscribe! I love Badge of Shame. You should come and look at it.